Okay, so I did some research. I asked on Twitter, is Donkey Kong Country or the sequels harder than the first game? I was told that Donkey Kong Country 2 is actually harder than this game. I was like, okay, surely that means that the levels are just harder, but they made it so that there's a save at the start of the world, or, you know, you can save, there's saves after every level, and the levels are just harder. As it turns out, not only is it the same, I looked at the maps, not only is it kind of the same as this game where you have to be like 3 or 4 levels each world to get to the save point, but also you have to pay 2 coins to save as well. I don't know how hard that actually is, but that is obviously not great for me. And I mean, if I'm being honest, like, apparently Donkey Kong Country 3 is its own thing. I don't know if I should just skip to that one or not, but like, I'm thinking I'm just gonna do this video and then probably just cancel the Donkey Kong Countries right now. Maybe return with Evan, even though that would just be him beating all 3 of them for me, which doesn't feel very good. But I mean, I guess I'd get to experience them and be with a friend who loves the game a lot and maybe has a lot of fun things to say about it. Because I'm gonna be honest, like, after every video, at this point, my entire body hurts. Like, I can take a challenge, I guess, but like, this is, I guess, too much of one for me. It's like, it's not very fun to have to be like, okay, I recorded a video, I have to stop playing for like a minimum of 30 minutes while my body cools down. My hands and arms are still kind of weak right now from just beating one level. So that might be the plan. I think that's what's gonna happen. I don't know how soon after this that will happen. Maybe just immediately. We'll start from the start, but yeah. Anyway, I'm still doing this video. Let's just try this, right? Do a send-off. I just didn't want to drop the series out of nowhere, even though you probably could have seen this coming. That's showing us that there is Necky's nuts. So we have to get oil for this thing. I remember that. It's a moving track level. Diddy looks kind of weird. I will say though, like, up until Creme Croc, even with the ice level, what am I doing? Up until the ice level, it has been like funny, I think. It hurt, but it was funny. But at this point, I'm like, I'm worn out. I'm worn out. I don't even have anything wrong with my body. Like, it's not like I have a physical illness or anything. I heard it. The only physical illness I have is, whoops, the surgery that I had in my elbow. And that's really only been problematic for Super Mario Odyssey free running. Because, you know. You know what? At the end of the day, because we aren't collecting oil, I guess, and I don't feel like I have to know where oil is at all times. Do you think it's still there? You think? Woo! I'm not gonna move. I am not gonna jump or move. You think it's gonna fall? I think you just kind of have free reign to collect bananas here. Then you can just leave if you want. But I kind of like this level, I think, because it feels like a minecart level kind of deal. Just where I think this is, it was not a shortcut, fortunately. I don't know why he stops there. See, look, I'm already halfway through the level. Okay, he's gonna run? If I could have saved before this level, now he's gonna come from this way. If I could have saved, oh, interesting. If I could have saved before this level, then I would not be concerned at all. Oh, with this level. Or if I could have saved, I would not be concerned at all with this level. This would actually be genuinely a fun level. But he's waiting. Or is he? What is he doing? He's nuts. Should have waited. It's 1, 2, 3, remember? Got greedy. I'm like, I could get a life. No, man. You gotta hold on to this. There's the G. No. Okay, he's gonna turn around. Oh. Trigger finger. I see that guy. What the fuck was that? Okay, something's gonna happen here. No? I did it! That level was good. That level was good. Now, if this level could be good, that'd be great. Elevator antics. All right. If I can make it to this save, do you think there will be another video after this? Who knows? There was a rope there. Noticed a little too late. Okay, he just started climbing up there. So this is what? Okay, we're good. This isn't an elevator rope situation. Right. It's not gonna turn around, right? Yeah. I always, my audio isn't delayed. I just have a thought, I think it, and then I say it long after it's relevant. That even goes with screams sometimes, I think. Okay, now I know that's there. Gotta hurry. Okay. There's Donkey Kong. Be careful, there could be an enemy ambush. It's so funny how they come out of, it's... You mean elevator antics? It's an interesting way of doing it. Usually it's like, we put a banana in a place that seems like it's bad. We put a banana in a place that seems like it's bad. But it's actually a secret. That time it was like progress. Okay, what am I to do here? Whoa. I have an idea. Huh? Huh? This was a secret? I'm not really interested. Is this gonna kill me? Okay. It's not. I like how the O was there as if like, oh yeah, this is gonna be like how most people are gonna do it. Or at least enough people are gonna do this or think to do this. That it won't be problematic. Oh! Here are the elevators. The aforementioned elevators. Starting us with a downward one. It's quite scary. Not Necky's nuts, please. Alright. I was trying to switch to DK there. Maybe if this is gonna be a thing, I should switch to DK. Ah! Okay. Let's see here. What's going on down there? Now, you can't go too low or presumably too high. What was that? What was that timing that you wanted from me? Exactly. What was that? Okay. At least I know that these elevators aren't too bad. Ah! Jeez, Donkey Kong holding the barrel above his head is just like objectively worse, right? Why'd they make him so bad? Can't believe that counted. It shouldn't have. Don't know why I choose to jump between them instead of on the one right in front of me, but... Do they really expect me to be that fast on the first go? Oh, they can't grab that. Smart. How low do you think I can go here? Why? Why do you shoot that fast? What is this? Why is this game full of this kind of stuff? Ah! Why? Why? Why have that guy there? Why not just focus on the elevators? Now I'm stuck with fucking Diddy Kong! How am I gonna deal with the clump platform? Oh, right. You don't have to wait for an elevator. Okay. Thank you. Okay. Just follow him. Necky's nuts. Okay. I don't trust this. Of course. A fucking course. A fucking course. This game would be more fun if the camera was zoomed out, I think. If it was less about guesswork and just more about execution. I have to guess that there's a Necky's nuts over there. I have to guess where the elevators are gonna go. And if I'm wrong, I lose 1 of 5 lives, which are very important for not getting knocked back 20 levels from now. Now I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, well, Chris, learning the level is a part of it. It's kind of like Sonic the Hedgehog. But like, brother, that's for mastering Sonic. I just want to playoffs. I just want to win a game. It's 1, 2, 1. Okay. And I already knew that, but like. Just follow him. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, Chris, you could see the other elevator. Fucking kill me. You could see the other elevator. Fair, but like, I'm just focusing on trying to survive. I'm focusing on where my elevator is, just in case there's a bee there or a Necky's nuts about to shoot at me. I'm not really looking at the other elevator. Game is made for paranoid people. Other way around, this game makes you paranoid. Of course. Because I didn't jump at the highest point that I could have on the one going down. I like that part of the song. I thought like that wasn't gonna make it again. Why? This doesn't have anything to do with elevators. Fuck off. It's not even the fucking end. Are you kidding me? Now it is. And Donkey Kong Country is saved! Another video! Donkey Kong Country is saved! Here's the thing. After learning that these two levels weren't that bad, I probably would have gone. Like, once I learned the oil barrel trick, I was like... Wait, what do I press? This? Okay, create a suspend point. Okay. Once I learned that like these next two levels weren't that bad, and that like I learned the oil drum thing, I'm like, maybe I could try again. Do I want to? I don't know. But here's the thing, now I can start saving after every level. And you know what that means. That means I don't have to worry so much. Which means I can just kind of focus on the level and stop. I forgot about this level. What the fuck? Why did they do this? That's so funny. You're swimming in polluted water. Whatever. You know, I don't even care. I don't even care. I'm on 0 lives. I don't even care anymore. If they just made it so that you save after every level. Here's the thing, right? Because I always feel like I have to be like, you know, I'm not a baby who says that like the game is too hard so it's bad. You understand, you know what I'm gonna say at this point, right? The push and pull, the stress, fuck off, man. The stress of like, I have to clutch up, otherwise I have to do 2 levels again, is like, it's an understandable way to tackle difficulty, right? It's like Mega Man, right? I haven't played a Mega Man, but I know that Mega Man is like, If I lose all my lives on this boss, I have to do or even just on this level, I have to do the entire level over again. You know, and that turns a lot of people away, presumably. But it gives the game's difficulty a sense of identity. And I'm assuming that's what this game's identity, or difficulty identity is, kind of as well, right? But like, here's my counterpoint. I personally am not, that was dinky, it would've worked. I personally am not having as much fun, like, the fun of the stress is not outweighing the detriment to the stress itself. Also, on top of that, the levels now are hard enough on their own merit, I think, right? I don't know if I just got lucky with the conveyor belt level. Eventually, we're gonna have to be collecting fuel. And that's probably when it's gonna turn sour. But thankfully, we just have a save before it. What was this? Was this O or something? Sushi's coming back. I think that's why I got bopped by the sushi immediately, right? No, it wasn't. What? He had plenty of time to come back. So, okay, we're not doing this anymore. It's not worth 10 bananas. I was gonna say, why are tires in here? It's actually perfect. It's pollution. I was like, why do I have 5 lives again? Because I game over. Is the K worth it? I'm just gonna go. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter anymore. If I had more lives, I could intentionally game over. It's beautiful. Wait a second. wait a, fuck. I was gonna say, you're not fooling me. And guess what happens? I get hit by him immediately for not doing it anyway. Whew, but yeah. That's my thought on this game. I understand where they were coming from by making the save points like this. I disagree. You might disagree too, with me too, which is fine. Right? Fuck. I'm not gonna say it's bad, but I am gonna say it makes the game more unenjoyable than enjoyable. But then at the same time, you might go, it forces you to sit back and learn the levels, right? Like, I wouldn't have gone out of my way to learn what, like how the the perfect time to jump for the barrels would be if I wasn't worried that I was gonna have to like start the whole thing over. Or at least like, well, no, that's true because I did it for the future as well. It wasn't just about getting through the level, it was that I'm probably gonna die after this. To remember I can hold down. But yeah. I was like, sure, I could redo very naughty or whatever, that's nothing. I basically had a save point right in front of there, but I learned it because I'm like, I'm gonna need to learn it if I want to, I'm just ignoring the down thing. Because if I'm gonna be redoing this level again, it would be nice to know that it's actually not that hard if I can learn a way to make the jump work, right? And that's what happened. And honestly, if I game overed there, I would have actually considered trying again, despite saying, you know, all right, I'm done after this video. I mean, because here's the thing, right? Like, I didn't look it up, but I think from here is like, you beat the boss of Kremkrok, and then it's just Gangplank Galleon, just the King K. Rool fight. So you have the boss fight for this area, which, you know, is probably not that hard. And if it is hard, it's not going to take that long to learn. It's not like you have to go through an entire level so that is also difficult. Even if you know it's coming, it's still difficult. Thank you, game. Okay, once I started going down there, I had a little crisis of faith there, but nice. Yeah, the boss is not gonna be that hard. King K. Rool, I think, is gonna be difficult. but you know, he's the final boss. It's like, you know how Gruntilda in Banjo-Kazooie and Banjo-Tooie is like ridiculously hard? Okay, come on. I think that I think that's actually fine. I mean, we'll see when I get there. If you can believe this, I've never actually beaten Banjo-Kazooie or Banjo-Tooie. So like, that's on the list. That's on the list of games to play eventually, but sorry, I'm dialing in. If I was on the other side, it would have been fine. I think there should have been a tire on the other side so that people who were doing what I did but on the other side would not get off scot-free and they would feel my pain. Anyway, yeah, I think Donkey Kong Country is saved. Donkey Kong Country 2 though, I mean, I'll give it a shot, okay? I'll give it a shot. There's no guarantee. It's hard. It's not just as hard as Donkey Kong Country 1. It's harder. It's harder, and it's harder to save. I don't know how hard it is to get coins in that game. I don't know if there's anything else to spend them on. If it's like, if you want to 100% this game, you have to buy all of my figurines. But if you buy my figurines, that will make it so that you can't save here. I don't know if it's anything like that, or if it's just I found that word, or if it's just genuinely difficult. Whatever. Genuinely difficult to get the coins, I mean. Because I was looking at the video, how to save in Donkey Kong Country 2, which I just think is like kind of funny. And the video is like, okay, you go to Kong College, and then you spend 2 coins. The first one is free, but after that you spend 2 coins. And then here in Gangplank Galleon, which I guess is the name of the first world in that game, maybe. I guess it starts right off from Donkey Kong Country 1, maybe. Whoops. It's like you go to this level. Here's a coin, it's pretty easy. Here's the second coin, you had to know to duck through this platform to find it. And that had me a little concerned, where I'm like, okay, how secretive are these coins that I'm going to need to just save my game? And you know, it's rare. It's rare, you know they were fucking laughing to themselves when they were like, what if we made it so that the players had to pay to save? It's like, that makes it feel a little less bad to know that these British bastards were laughing to themselves while making the game. That's my favorite part of Rare. You know that when they were doing some of the stuff they do, they were they were like, this would be funny. And that's why I like Conker's Bad Fur Day. If I'm being honest, I still think a lot of the stuff in Conker's Bad Fur Day is actually genuinely funny. Apparently people disagree. At least everyone else in the Mike Panutz community disagrees and thinks that Conker's Bad Fur Day is genuinely unfunny. Unfun to play? Now that part I will concede on. It's not the best game to play. I don't really know how they messed that one up, but funny? I think it's still funny. And that's like before the whole point I just had, where it's like, you know that Rare was laughing their asses off when writing that game and going, what if we made it so that you fought a giant pile of shit? What if we made it so that an entire area was made of shit and then made shit jokes the entire time? Is it funny that a cow character has diarrhea and is going, oh, I got the shits again? Maybe not. I could see why you think that wouldn't be funny. But I think the overall concept of Rare thinking that's funny, these grown-ass British men thinking that's funny, is just, it balances it out, I think. Whoa. I didn't even, by the way, I didn't even realize I made it to the checkpoint. And I was like, when I was dying all the time later in this level. This is the power of having a save point. Right there. I'm just enjoying myself. I'm not stressing. And here's the thing. I feel like after I'm done with this, I'm gonna look back on this game and go, I truly surmounted the beginning of Kremkrog. I truly surmounted the beginning of that fucking ice world. And I'm gonna feel good about myself. And that's kind of the thing. You can't really account for how you're gonna feel later when you're feeling bad in the moment. So, not just in this game, but just fuck off. Whenever I'm like whinging, right? About something while I'm playing a game, be patient with me. Be patient. I'm the kind of person who goes like, it's fine. And here's the thing too. I'm afraid of Dark Souls because that game is gonna be hard, but I already know, like, I'm going into Dark Souls knowing that that's the feeling that I'm gonna have about it. It's gonna be hard in the moment, but like, it's gonna pay off, and like, that's the whole point of the game, right? So, I mean, in the moment I might still go, what the fuck? How am I supposed to dodge that sword swing? It goes over the entire screen! But I'm not too worried about mauling in that game. Thankfully. So, honestly, I'm like, underwater levels suck, right? I kind of like the nuance of this game's underwater levels, where you hold down to go down faster, and you hold down and swim up to kind of stay in place. And you have to know when to use both. You have to know when to use the normal swim up and the ducking swim up. Woo! Once again, though, I think what would really help this game is if it was zoomed out. I wanted to mention it in the lifts episode because in Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, they have these really hard temple levels, right? That are like harder than the levels in this game, which, you know, for levels that are very hard, you kind of hope. Whew! You kind of hope that, is it worth going up there? Peak. Okay, down, 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 down. In that level, there's literally a hard temple level that uses elevator lifts. And it's zoomed out. Okay. Slow and steady. In the fish torpedo section. I kind of like this part. I don't know if I actually complained about it or if I was just thinking the complaint, but I'm like, it's so annoying how in this game I feel like I have to inch forward all the time. This part, it makes sense for that. It's like that's the point of this section, and I like it. All right. Poison Pond! Exclamation point. Does it become an exclamation point when you beat it? Maybe. Oh, the next level's a minecart level. The first one in like World 2 was really hard. So like, we'll see how that goes. Let's go to Cranky and then we'll end the video. Yeah, come on over, Beats talking to myself. The point I'm trying to make is that lift level is zoomed out. So you can see where the lifts are going. You just have to jump on at the right time. You know what they say, all graphics and no gameplay. He's just ripping himself. But yeah. This game could do with that, I think. I think that would make a lot of the difficulty a lot less annoying. And everyone says that about classic Sonic. But, you know, Classic Sonic isn't really hard. People just complain because they don't know that Classic Sonic isn't about going fast. If you want to master the game, it's about going fast. If you just want to play the game, just play the game. You just play it like a platformer, not as a speed platformer. Then all your problems with the games are gonna dissipate. Now, I don't know if that's true. That ideology, when I played the Classic Sonics when I was a kid, I fell for the same, he's gotta go fast, he's about going fast. So... Womp. Sonic's about going fast, so I'm gonna go fast. Oh, what the fuck, I ran into spikes. Oh, what the fuck, I didn't know that pit was there, or the lava was there. What the fuck, how was I supposed to know that platform was gonna move? Then I learned that Sonic, well, I basically just said, Sonic is not about going fast unless you want to master it, and then that's about memorizing the levels. You just play it like an actual platformer. I played Sonic Mania, it was amazing. I don't know if the old Sonics hold up, but based on what people say about Sonic 2 and Sonic 3 still, makes me believe that that is the case. It could be a thing where it's like, oh wait, create, on wait. Okay. Anyway, it could be a thing where it's like me with Sunshine, where Mario Sunshine is a legitimately hard and jank game, but I love it because I knew how to play it. Like, I learned how to do everything, maybe not everything, of course, not a speedrunner tech, but, you know. I learned how to navigate all the levels and stuff when I was a kid, when I had more patience. But, anyway, the point is, we'll see when I play the Classic Sonics, but... This all started with me wanting Donkey Kong Country zoomed out, and I still believe that, so whatever. Next time, mine carts.